Hey guys, so in this video I want to add character rotation while we attacking and also a little bit of forward movement, so our combat will slowly start feeling a little bit more alive, because at the moment it is a bit static. So for example, if I go next to this enemy and I start executing the combo and I look towards him or hold arrows or anything, my character won't actually rotate and it's just standing like this far from him, and I can't do anything unless I actually stop the combo, then rotate, and then I can attack, towards the side I want to. So first thing, rotation. What we're going to do is set up animation notify. So again, let's go to third person, blueprints, anim notifies, right click, we're going to create blueprint class, and here search for anim notify. Select it, and this will be called character rotation underscore an for animation notify. Save it. We also need to create interface function so we can actually execute that rotation. So let's go to blueprints. Oh, actually, first let's open it. And now let's go to blueprints, interfaces, open combat BPI, and here create new function, and this will be start rotation, and we just need to add it to category, which will be combat, so it's nice and organized. Compile and save. We can close combat BPI, and now in character rotation we can override when we receive this notify. Again, same as always, we will get owner, which can be enemy or player, and we will set start rotation message. Compile and save. Now we want to set up this notify on our combo. So in in third person animations, let's go to 200 and open 200 combo. And in this combo, we want to set up just this notify where we actually swing the weapon, so it looks kind of natural that we turn. So maybe somewhere here we want to rotate character very quickly in this swing of a weapon. Somewhere here, I'm going to right click. Actually, I'm going to add notify track, so we got more space. Add notify, and this will be character rotation. Then let's go to second one. Again, we want to find that start of the swing. So somewhere here we also want to rotate character. So that will be right click, add notify, and character rotation. Find that spot in a third one. So maybe here. If you do it too early, it might look quite unnatural when your character just starts rotating, but you can always adjust it. Just so you know, the rotation will take probably about half a second or 0.25. We'll see what looks better. So I'm just going to do it here. Add notify, character rotation, and then last one will be swing. So here, which will be add notify, character rotation. Save it, and now when we receive that notify, we will call start rotation. So in the player, we can go to interfaces and double click on combat, open it, and then start rotation. Double click. I want to probably do it somewhere after the attack, so I'm going to move these things down. We'll need more space. We haven't even really started with the combat yet. So move this, and then this function, which is event start rotation. What we want to do is first we're going to get actor rotation, which will be our rotation. We need to promote it to variable, and this one will be character or current rotation. The reason why we're promoting it to variable, so we can actually lerp and rotate. If you don't do it, then the rotation changes on update, and then the character can snap to different values. And after that, we're going to play timeline. So add timeline. Doesn't matter what it is called. We will play from start. It might happen that we execute attacks too fast, so always make sure you play from start. And open it up, double click. Length only needs to be maybe 0. I think I'm going to make it 0.24 or 0.5. That's fine, half a second. Add track, add float track. And here we're going to right click, add key, make it 0 and 0. Sometimes it doesn't take actually when you change it, so make sure when you see it's not on the line, you select it and change it to 0 again. Sometimes it doesn't do it does it twice, so do it third time, or do it however many times it actually takes, because it's a bit finicky. And then right click, add key, and this one will be, so this is time, so 0.5, and value will be 1. What we can also do is select these keys, right click and do user, and we will just have a nice smooth curve. Compile and save. Also, I'm going to rename this track to rotate. And then let's go back to event graph. And what we want to do here is from rotator, we're going to lerp, but this will be alpha. And we actually need lerp rotators. Sorry, my bad. So let's do lerp rotator. And we're going from get actor rotation from this one. We need to get current, not this one, so we saved it for this reason. So connect it to A, current rotation, and B, we need to right click, split it. We only want to rotate on Z axis. We don't want to go like up and down or forward, backward or anything. We only want to go, if you select this and change it to angle, on this blue line, so left or right. So let's go back to event graph. So A and B will be the same from the current rotation. We're going to drag from it and break rotator, and again connect X and connect Y, but Z we're going to get from control rotation, which is rotation where mouse is facing. So get control rotation, and what we want to do is also promote this, but we don't want to promote the whole rotation because we only need Z value. So right click, split it, and promote this one to variable, which will be target rotation Z. And the reason why I'm promoting this second variable is because while you're attacking, you can be like spinning your camera around, moving camera, and then your character will be like spinning in that half a second as well. So that's why we promote it, and we can only move to that location. And here check shortest path, because it can also happen that he will do like 360 to move like 5 degrees to one side. So do shortest path, and then from this target rotation Z, we're going to connect it here. And then we need to just set actor rotation. So set actor, I'm not writing, right click, set actor rotation, connect this one here and do it on update. So in half a second we will rotate to where our mouse is, or where the camera is looking, not the mouse is. So compile and save. And now we can test it out. So I'll pick up some weapon. And let's say I'm standing next to this guy, but I'm looking at him, and I attack, and I swing around. I look there, I swing around. And I feel like it maybe could be a little bit faster. because you can see he's kind of like sliding on the ground. It doesn't look that natural. So we will do it in 0.25 seconds. So timeline, I'm going to change this second key to 0.25. It will be almost instant. We can change the length here as well to 0.25. And then one more thing you might have noticed is, let's test it out again. I'm going to get this sword now. So rotation, yeah, there we go. So now it's actually where you're rotating, that's where your character goes. But then probably see that if I'm trying to rotate all the way back, the animation doesn't even look like it's executing correctly. So it looks good when you're rotating like this, 90 degrees. It's actually nice. So I'll go next to him and I attack him slowly. I rotate towards him. So that's good. But this one doesn't look very nice. So it's snapping. So we want to only rotate him by 90 degrees maximum. We don't want to rotate him all the way. So each attack can only go 90 degrees. And for that, what we need to do is, let's go to event graph. And here we're going to get actor rotation. Do we need to break it? Yeah, we need to break it open here. Break rotator. And from this one, we're going to do plus. Or let's actually subtract first, because we need to do minimum. I'll show you why. So this one will be subtract 90. And then we also need to add 90. And now we're going to clamp this value that we have here. So this one will be clamp angle, not axis, angle. So clamp angle. And we're going to clamp this angle that we're rotating towards by our rotation that we have currently, minus 90, which will be minimum, or plus 90. So we can only go 90 degrees left or 90 degrees right. And then we save it as a target rotation Z. Compile and save. And now the character should be able to rotate only 90 degrees. So if I turn towards the back, you can see I'm facing the side now, 90 degrees. But if I attack second time, he goes backwards. Same thing here, 1 and 2. Alright, so it looks a little bit more natural. Also the animations are not being screwed over. And it makes a little bit more sense that your character can only rotate as much and not doing the spins all the time. So now, as I said, the combat's starting to feel a little bit more alive. It's not like static. You can actually rotate towards character. And also later on we can add the target. So if you have a target selected, you know, you have a little dot or something on this actor, he will be rotating towards him instead of where we're facing with the camera. So now I also want to add movement, because usually in the games when you attack you move forward slightly, because like this I'm just swinging weapon in front of this guy but I can't get to him. So what we want to do is this time we will have to use sequencer. Before we change the animations itself, so these ones, attack 1, attack 2, we need to check if we don't have the rate scale changed, because otherwise it will export with the change rate scale, so they will be faster or slower. So open it up. We do actually have a rate scale of 1, which is fine. On this one, on this one, this one, they are all 1, so that's perfect. But think about it when you're doing something in a sequencer, because when you change it here and then edit it, it will save that way. So we're only changing it in the combo itself now, which is rate scale 0.8. So now I'm going to, I don't have any actor again here, so I can just get this one and open sequencer. And then in the sequencer I'm going to add actor to sequencer and this actor or whatever actor you had. And now I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger like 60 frames, delete CR mannequin body, so we can actually bake it. And then select the animation, and we will start with attack 1. I'll just drag it until the end of it. Let me position camera a little bit better. And now what we want to do is kind of similar thing. When he's swinging, we want to kind of naturally blend in a little bit of movement forward. So I would say maybe already on this frame, he should be moving forward. It won't be too much or anything, it will just be slightly forward. So let's right click on this 200 attack, bake to control rig and CR mannequin body. We have done this many times, so you should already know how to do this. And now we have the keys, so let's go back to that. I think maybe frame 4 will be good. And I'm going to select global because I want to move the root and the whole body and everything. So let's also select the keys, curve editor. And I'm going to delete location Y, which will be the one we're going to change. So I'm only going to keep the first few frames, first few keys, and then delete the rest. So select them, press delete. And now I didn't have to actually delete the frame 4. Now I need to make new one. So I'm going to click here, add key, and then we swing the sword, and as you can see, he kind of looks like he's stepping forward. So maybe on frame 13, I'm going to move him. I think like 70 would be good value, 60. Maybe like 60 forwards. Make sure your global is selected, okay? So you're changing everything. And then after that, he will stay there. So now, when you play this animation, as you can see, he's swinging and it kind of looks okay. Swing. I think he needs to start a bit earlier. Yeah. So I'm going to start moving. I'm going to move this back, these keys on location Y. And he will go already here. Like that. So now when I play this animation, yeah, that looks a bit more natural, going with the swing. So once you're happy with that, just a note for later, you can also, if you're good with animations, you can also grab a foot IK and do a step, so your character will actually be stepping forward. It's not very easy to make, I must say. I spend quite a lot of time doing it on my animations. I might be adding some of them on Patreon, but yeah, the step just doesn't look natural because the animation already has some movement on the body and everything. But as I said, if you're good with it, try, and it will probably be better. But I'm quite happy with this swing, it's just driving me forward. So now right click, and we're going to bake animation sequence. I'm going to save it to our animations and 200, and this one will be 200 underscore attack 1, but underscore move. Press OK, export, and now let's do a second one. I'm going to remove this whole thing, it's easier, and then add it again. And just make sure you do at least 60 frames. I'm not sure how long the attacks are. Delete the CR mannequin body, animation, click plus, attack 2. Finish with where the animation ends. Right click, bake to control rig, CR mannequin body. Create. We do a second one. So here I want to start probably on the second frame already. Here, third frame. I'm going to select the global, show curves, location Y again, and I'm going to delete everything after the third frame. And And then I'm going to just go to where it should stop, so maybe here, frame 12, and I'm going to do location. Don't have to do always 60, 50 should be fine, 60. Let's see. Now play the animation. Yeah. So you know, just a little step forward. Cool. So right click, bake control rig, sorry, bake animation sequence. Third person animations 200, and this one will be 200 underscore attack 2 underscore move. Okay, export animation. Let's do third one. I'm just going to do all on the videos. If you don't want to follow, just do it yourself and rewind to the end. So actor to sequencer, select this guy, 200 attack 1, CR mannequin body delete, animation is attack 3, and I have imported it to the wrong thing, because it imports where you have it selected, where you have this marker. So just drag it back and then right click, bake to control rig, CR mannequin body, create, and now delete the CR again, animation. What am I doing? No, that was already baked. So now I need to find where he starts swinging, so I think I will start at frame 3. Select keys, select global first, then select keys, location Y, delete all of these, and then again let's move the character forward when he finishes swinging. Here is kind of moving still. Here, frame 12, and then change this to 60. Play the animation to see what it looks like. Yeah, that's alright. Maybe it could have been a little bit earlier. I'm kind of happy with this. Anyway, I'm going to right click, bake to control rig, CR, bake animation sequence, and then animations 200, and this is 200 underscore attack 3 underscore move, and then the last one. Again, I'm going to delete all these, select this guy, add actor to sequencer. I'm going to make this longer, start at frame 0, delete CR, add animation, and this one will be attack 4. Right click, bake to control rig, CR mannequin body, and create. See, this time I didn't change it to the end, so I created a lot more keys than I need. Shouldn't be the matter. Don't change this now. I'm actually going to go Ctrl Z because I don't like doing that. There is extra keys that you need to delete. I'm just going to right click, bake, CR mannequin body, create, and now let's find the spot. I think this time it will be frame 2. Global, keys, location Y, delete all the keys after frame 2, and then let's move the character and swing again like frame 12, and just move it 60. Let's preview. There we go. So I'm happy with that. Right click, bake to control rig, CR bake animation sequence, again the wrong one every single time. Animation 200, and this one is the last one, so 200 underscore attack 153.4 underscore move. Okay, export to animation sequence. Save all so we don't lose progress. And now what we need to do is just go to combo. And we need to replace this. So always place it one after. Yeah, so search for attack. That will be the only ones that come. And so attack 1 move. Just drag it somewhere here. Can I actually replace this one? I might be able to just replace it. So attack 1 move. Yeah, there we go, that's easier. Select the second one. Attack 2 move. Attack 3 move. And this one will be attack 4 move. That's all of them with move. We can then delete the regular ones if you like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to use them. You can use without the movement. One more thing we need to change on the animations itself. They won't be with root selected, so we need to, where are you? Open all of them, enable root motion, or you can edit them all at the same time, but it's only 4, so I'm just going to enable root motion one by one. Save all, and now what this is going to do, we're going to go slightly forward every time we attack. So let me get this massive clap. Swung, 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 and I'm also rotating where I want. I'm going a little bit forward. But now when we get to enemy, we might be a little bit close, which I don't like. We will fix it. But as you can see, if I'm standing here, as I'm saying, the combat is a little bit more active, so we're slowly moving. It might not look the best at some point, but trust me, when we add like swing sound and blood and all that stuff, it will actually look very good, because it will be, yeah, there will just be some background sound and everything, so it will get lost. And now one more thing I want to change is on the enemy itself. Let's go to where he is located, which is NPC enemies, and on this capsule component I'm going to change the radius to maybe like 50, so we can't actually get that close, and he's going to have a wider radius, so we'll get stuck against him. There will be slight movement, which we want, because we don't want to stand on one spot and attack from one spot. That is boring. But now when I'm actually start attacking and I get very close, you can see I'm not moving towards him. I'm just standing on spot and just kind of going around, just trying to find the spot, but I'm always rotating towards him, so it actually looks good. So yeah, that's it. That's how we add movement and rotation. There is also an option to add movement with motion warping, where you actually set up where you want to move and if you want to move and everything. But there will be one issue with that when we actually setting up the targeting, so that will be a little bit harder with motion matching, so I'm not sure if we're going to use it. So cool, hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.